It is the beginning of February 2017. This is George Ryan Video Games. I'm George.
I'm Ryan.
We are a monthly video games podcast because there aren't enough of those on the internet.
Oh no.
Where we talk about the game news of the month previous, the game releases of the month previous, and what we're looking forward to.
You're so hype right now. I love it.
Am I? This is the most professional intro I think we've ever done. Like, bam, bam, bam.
That's a shame.
Not opening it up was like, oh, I want to fuck Knack or something. I don't know, something silly and goofy.
I do love Knack.
But anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We're going to try and keep it tight and hit you I think last episode we had a lot as well.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff in this episode.
I know Ryan wants to start off with some news that I think we said we were going to do an episode dedicated to it, but I think we decided...
I'll explain why later. Let's get on with the list you have.
Right, let's go. You know what's a small amount of money, Ryan?
A Facebook account.
Sure. $500 million.
Oh, jeez.
That's just money I don't give a fuck. I gave this, like, who cares? I don't care. But, yeah, so... This has got a history, like...
Take me through the history of this.
Right, so, I don't even know exactly, but at some point when... So, John Carmack, right? John Carmack, he founded id, Doom, id Engine, all that stuff, right? At some point, he left Zenimax and id Software, right, to work at Ouclus. And then Oculus got purchased by Facebook. Because John Carmack, since, like, day one, he's always been about VR. Like, before VR was even a thing, he was all, like... The thing with Doom, he's like, man, this is like a virtual experience. Like, it's in first person, the player's here. That was his whole thing.
He invented the Virtual Boy, correct?
Correct. That was it. Right.
Perfect. Revolutionary guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, he went to Facebook and Oculus. It made sense. But then Zenimax, once that happened, is like, whoa, dog. We think you have been working on this shit for like a while with Oculus, and you've been selling them code and stuff that you've been working on, and you've been working for us. That means anything that you've made is our property.
That's a bold statement.
I mean, that's how companies work, right?
That's true.
And so Zenimax was like, we're going to take you to court. And we're like, oh, shit. Okay, cool. And at first, I think a lot of people were like, I don't know if this got any legs.
Yeah, how can you take on Facebook? They're big boys.
But I secretly was like, that sounds like a thing John Carmack would do. He's got a history of, if he can, like, he doesn't give a shit about, like, HR or company infrastructure.
Or $500 million.
He just does whatever the fuck he wants to do. And that might sound harsh, but like he's got a history of doing that. But yeah, so the case ended yesterday. They finally went to court and they were deliberating and stuff. And Zenimax's pretty much whole thing was like they could not have done it without John Carmack. And Oculus's defense wasn't great. They pretty much just said, they're just jealous, and it's like, guys, you're not.
They're just jealous because we revolutionized the entire gaming industry.
Pretty much.
Basic.
They were short-sighted and only focused on AAA titles, and I was like, you guys are not painting yourself a good picture with this Jerry. And yeah, ZeniMax won.
Nice.
$500 million.
It's good to see the little man come out.
Right. Yeah. Right. Justice was right. ZeniMax, man. What is? Man, then your Elder Scrolls game sure is gonna be good, huh? $500 million. $500 million. Brink 2, here we go. Rage 2. Oh, also, he stole the source code for Rage. When he was...
Who cares?
I don't know, but that was one of the things he stole was like, I've got to take this. This is very valuable. Mega textures, oh man.
Maybe to him it's valuable, but...
Sure, I mean, he worked on it. Yeah, no. But yeah, so that's a thing. And they also thinking about stopping the production of any other Oculus hardware because it's got that code. Which would mean they would have to go back and rework that code into something that they could sell.
As if the Oculus wasn't having a hard time already right now.
No shit, right? And this is the first time I've seen Palmer since that shit went down.
Yeah, because with... How much is... The Oculus came out last March, right?
Correct. Last March.
And
I don't know if there's been... I don't know if they've put out numbers for that thing.
No.
You would imagine it hasn't...
It was delayed a lot, and I've heard that the Oculus store is just really like kind of bad.
They had trouble shipping orders because they were having manufacturing issues, and then it seems like most people like if you're gonna go get for VR, just get the Vive.
Well, plus like they announced this like
2014, 13 was the Kickstarter?
13, I think.
That sounds about right. So,
like, they've given, like, everyone else so much time to, like, make their own thing.
And you would imagine that there's no way in hell that Oculus sold more than the PlayStation VR. That had to sell more.
Well, it's been out longer, especially with the Kickstarter stuff. I feel.
But the final product wasn't out until March.
Yeah, so yeah.
PlayStation VR has only been out for like 3 months, and
although it is twice as expensive though, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like more people have a PS4, like it's more accessible.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Ryan. Do you have anything to say to this? I just wanted to say because it's big news.
It is big news.
Do you think you got any opinions on this?
I have no idea what's going on with Oculus in general.
I would love to know what's going on with Oculus. It seems like
in general,
it really seems like crazy. This seems like a Palmer Lucky thing because it seems like what Zenimax said is like Facebook was really quick to purchase Oculus, so they're like, we think Facebook knew, and Palmer was like, we got to make this deal now or you're fucking. So yeah, like Zenimax squarely said this is Palmer Lucky, and if Palmer Lucky, like if Oculus wasn't owned by Facebook, this would be fucked. But who knows if Zenimax would even gone to court if it wasn't Facebook?
Maybe, yeah.
Because if it's Facebook, you'd be like, we have.
They probably
money.
got lots of money.
They got money. Let's go.
Something tells me Mark Zuckerberg is pretty loaded.
And he was just, why. And they were just like, this sucks. I guess it seems like they're gonna challenge the verdict. I don't know, man.
I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know much about legal stuff, and I don't know the story in general. But like, I feel like
I don't think Oculus is gonna. Yeah, I don't think Oculus is gonna.
I think you should focus on making your product fight the competition better.
At this point, like, you just also maybe get Palmer out of there,
maybe,
and restructure and like push it. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this affects, because Oculus has some studios and stuff, so it'd be interesting to see how this affects first-party development. Anyways, moving on to less legal news. Animal Crossing.
Oh, I love Animal Crossing.
As a mobile game, which I think was supposed to come out last year. Am I correct?
They were supposed to come out. Both Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem on the mobile were supposed to come out in the fall of last year.
And then they pushed it to the beginning of this year.
They were delayed because of Mario Run on iOS, and then Fire Emblem came out today as of recording on the 2nd. And they announced that Animal Crossing has been delayed.
I don't know.
It'll come out within the fiscal year, so like anywhere between.
Did they say this fiscal year or next fiscal year?
Well, this starting in April 2017 until
March
so
next fiscal, so upcoming fiscal year. So you're right. It could come in as soon as April or like.
I think this is more of my honest idea of what this will be is I think there is because they talked about first announced this game like on. I think it was like in some tweets and like Facebook messages.
Yeah.
They talked about how it would be compatible with other Animal Crossing games. So I figured that there's an Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch game that they're holding out on for this. Maybe. And I think this will come out around the same time as that. That's
you
just
think they'll push it that far?
I think that game,
I think this will come out first. But I think they don't announce it.
Animal Crossing Switch game is like gonna come out this year.
I don't think so. But maybe I would love it. I would love it.
I would love that, but like you talk about it being compatible with the game, and I feel like they're just holding back on that news just because it's so tied to this mobile app. That's just my theory, obviously. But
I think it's possible that you like announce the mobile game and then announce the console game later. I think it's possible.
Well,
just say like it hooks up, but we'll talk about that later.
I feel last thing about that. I feel like the mobile game it's free, and then that I kind of drive like, hey, you can do even more on the Switch version. Hint, hint, hint. Push, push, push.
But that's weird, right? Like, the Switch is kind of already portable.
Yeah.
And this is another portable. I don't know. It's whatever.
Look, man.
As long as if it's just one Animal Crossing thing, that's fine. Just to that's fine. Just always be connected to the world of Animal Crossing. Always be collecting bells.
I would love that so much.
Just
you
always.
Even know. Always collecting bells. Mm-hmm. All right, next up.
Square Enix teams up with Marvel for a bunch of video games. They're making this is interesting. So this announcement
it's mostly Eidos, right?
So this announcement specifically is that Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal are working on an Avengers project.
Yeah.
So and Crystal Dynamics is doing most of the development, and Eidos Montreal is assisting with the development.
Oh, okay. I thought
so. This is a Crystal Dynamics joint.
Okay.
But then Jason Schreier then was like, okay, I knew about this, but I didn't want to say anything because this is pretty bold, and now that this is out, I can say it. But Eidos Montreal is working on a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and the future of Deus Ex is pretty much fucked. Like, they're not making any more Deus Ex games because the last game came out.
No one really cared.
And no one cared.
Which is a bit of a shame.
And so it seems like that franchise is dead, and we know that game's been in development for a while. And also Deus Ex was a 4-year development project, the second one. So I didn't care for Deus Ex. I never played any of them. So, but also
if you have an IP like Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel like
no. If you're Square, like fuck your fucking cyberpunk game.
Yeah, you would want this.
Not that I want. I don't give. Here's the thing. I don't care about an Avengers video game. I don't want an Avengers.
I don't care about. I'd be interested in the Guardians.
No, me too. Yeah, me too.
An Avengers game, like, I don't know. I've tried most of like Avengers games.
Did you play that Wii U launch title?
A little bit of it.
Oh,
yeah.
did you really?
It's not great.
It's like a shitty fighting game that was based on a Kinect fighting game.
It's all of like the most boring typical characters. It's none of like the fun side characters. There's no Squirrel Girl. It's just Captain America.
Moon Knight.
No Moon Knight. It's just Captain America and Iron Man and the Hulk fighting. And it's like, they're great, but like, give me fucking Stiltman. I want Stiltman.
Yeah, Stiltman.
So if there's a Stiltman video game, that's what I want.
So how do you, so you're just like you're like
I'm interested.
I'm interested to see what happens. Yeah.
I don't like the idea of an Avengers project. I mean,
the Guardians thing exciting.
The Guardians seems exciting. I think a more focused because like all the like.
So let's look at Marvel's lineup.
All of the Marvel tie-in video games have been real bad.
Yeah.
And you can say that about most movie tie-in games. Like pretty like they're pretty bad. But I guess the Marvel ones especially have been like unplayable. My God.
Again, as usual, we record next to where my guinea pigs hang out, and they're being very rambunctious. They're not excited. They really want a new Deus Ex game.
Yeah, they're huge fans.
The Deus Ex universe, man, they were really putting their bets on Deus Ex. Like they had this whole like the Deus Ex universe, man.
Anyways.
But
I would love a Moon Knight video game.
I
don't like Moon Knight, but I would play a Moon Knight video game. But how do you feel
about Crystal Dynamics doing this?
I like that. They make good games.
They make good Tomb Raider games. And that's the weird thing. Like, I don't know what this game is. Like,
I'd
what
like
is it going to be?
a Black Widow game that's Tomb Raider.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I mean, it'd be this exact same thing.
I would like Japanese Square Enix to be given Marvel and then to do like a tactics fucking Marvel game. That sounds dope as fuck. But that's not going to happen.
That might happen down the road because this is like a partnership they're doing for the most part, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so there's a lot of different projects down the road, but they're focusing.
You imagine
they're focusing on this Avengers project.
You imagine this hinges on how that Avengers game goes.
I'm assuming this.
I'm assuming it's gonna sell, but who critically? Because if that's what Marvel's looking at.
I mean, I'm assuming this game would come out because the next Avengers movie comes out next year. Do you
think they can get that? Damn, that's fast. That's a quick.
I mean,
they're putting two teams on it, right? Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal.
I mean, we don't know how long they've been working on this too.
You would okay. So let's back.
I'm just saying, marketing wise, you would want to put these both out first.
I know, but
which is why those time games are usually bad. But it's like you have this good developer actually doing it for once.
So let's look at the timeline. Rise of the Tomb Raider came out in 2015. That was developed by Crystal Dynamics proper. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20th Anniversary comes out. That is ported not by Crystal Dynamics but by Nixxes Software, but they made some DLC. So you'd imagine they've been in pre-pro since Rise of the Tomb Raider. So at best, early 2016, they were in pre-pro while a team was working on the DLC for Tomb Raider, and then a team from I don't even know how many people at Eidos Montreal could have sacrificed for this project because Deus Ex hadn't shipped yet. Yeah. And at that point, Deus Ex is gonna ship in February. So I don't know. I have a hard time seeing it shipping next year, but
there is another Avengers movie coming out in 2019, so maybe then. But it's like I guess there's not a bad time to put out an Avengers.
So let's see. Let's look at Marvel's timeline. They got Spider-Man game, right?
They got Spider-Man game that's coming out this summer, right?
No, I don't think they said.
Oh, okay. I thought
that would be dope. I don't think so. I think it's 2018 at the earliest.
Okay.
And they got Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
That's good.
And then they got this, and that's all we. Oh, and Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game.
That's fine.
Oh man, that's too. Oh man. All right. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm interested. Good for Square. I think this is gonna be. I think Square is gonna move up now. I think you're gonna see the Square.
Oh yeah, Square is gonna finally become a household name.
Hey Nomura, you know that Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, you can just take 10 more years. We're good. We got the money.
We got plenty of money. Everyone's fine.
Everyone's fine. We're good. All right.
What if the Avengers project is Kingdom Hearts 3?
Fuck you.
Sora just goes into fucking Guardians Land and meets Venom.
Iron Man, the darkness are coming to steal the light in your heart. We need to stop Xehanort from the Keyblade. Fuck you. Freestyle Games apparently was sold to Ubisoft.
They were made just for Guitar Hero.
So they were
Guitar Heroes, right?
Freestyle Games worked on DJ Hero, and they worked
yeah. They made DJ Hero.
And there was another thing they made that I can't remember off the top of my head, but there was something else they made. I want to say it's a Tony Hawk game, but that doesn't sound right to me. It might have been, maybe. I don't know.
That seems like something they do.
But yeah, so yeah, I guess it makes I'm glad to see them that they got purchased by Ubisoft because I knew that they were on the chopping block next for Activision because I don't think Guitar Hero did not set the world on fire. Neither did Rock Band that year. That was the return of the rhythm game, and none of them did well.
I think because they both came out, they both.
I don't think so. I just don't think the market wanted it.
Maybe that too.
Like Rock Band put Mad Catz out of business. It seems like I didn't put it here, but they're in danger of being delisted from the stock exchange.
Oh no.
So and Street Fighter V didn't set the world on fire, so not a lot of people buying fight sticks either. So no. But yeah, Freestyle Games is now part of Ubisoft. It's interesting, like what they're gonna do with them, because they already got a studio.
I mean, the new Guitar Hero Live was a good game. It was
yeah,
very polished.
Totally,
and very
it was
nice.
a great game. And
so it's good to see that these people are still going to have jobs. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good. And also, they were working on a abandoned MMO Guitar Hero thing.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah. Liam Robertson did a little documentary on it.
That looked really bad.
I mean, they said that they scrapped it together so they didn't close the studio down. So it looked like it. Like they pitched them like, "Hey, listen, we can keep going with this Guitar Hero stuff for like internet." I was like, whatever. But it's interesting because Ubisoft San Francisco, on top of working on the South Park game, they also work on Rocksmith. And I'm assuming they got on Ubisoft Studio to work on Just Dance and Just Sing, which came out, I guess. So I don't know. Interesting. I'm excited. I'm glad these people still have their jobs. The world could use more rhythm games. I love rhythm games.
I hope that they better put them on something rhythm like.
You would assume.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. Help with the new Assassin's Creed. The new Assassin's Creed's got a rhythm minigame in it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd start playing them.
Speaking of studios that are still alive, Avalanche. Weird? This is the weirdest thing. Avalanche Software was acquired by Warner Brothers, which is weird because you would imagine, like, how did this deal go? So Avalanche, not to be confused with the people who make Just Cause and that Mad Max game. This is the people who make Disney Infinity. And they're owned by Warner Brothers, and now they're going to be working on a Cars game, I guess, Cars 3, for Disney. And it's interesting. I'd like to know how fast did that deal go on? Because you'd imagine, hey, we're closing the studio down, update resumes. Oh, shit. But it seems like most of the people who are at that studio are working for Warner Brothers now. So you'd imagine, like, I'm just curious how many people moved on.
Yeah, probably quite a few, I'd assume. I don't know. I really don't know much about this.
Me either. I just know I'm like, oh, they're still alive. That's cool. They were a good studio. Like they made good licensed games. You played Toy Story 3, the video game?
I did not. I heard it was very good though.
It's a good video. That's basically like the proving ground for what Disney Infinity became. Now though, let's get to the big news, Ryan. Finally. So the Nintendo Switch News Blast happened earlier in the month.
Yeah, it happened on the 12th.
And boy, was it a thing. Boy, you and
I have both very different interpretations of that event.
You cannot deny that was a Nintendo-ass press conference.
It was very Nintendo, which is both a good and bad thing, I feel.
Okay.
So first off, we were talking about doing something like a wrap-up like shortly after it ended, but like Nintendo has been very like weird in like how it's been relaying information about the Switch. Like they keep like dropping like new things like every like 3 days, so it's like, okay, why everything's gonna be outdated by the time we
let's sit
on
it
out. So sit on it for like a little bit, which is good because like some big news came out yesterday about it that we can talk about.
I mean, we still don't know a concrete number. Anyways, facts. The Nintendo Switch comes out on March 3rd, 2017.
And I pre-ordered it.
I did too. I need to cancel it. Fact.
No, you don't. It's good.
Launching with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild the same day. It costs $299 US. What else is there? Those are the main things. I guess there's a lot of other stuff. I mean, the controllers cost $50 each. It doesn't come with a charging pad for the controllers. That costs $30. There's only like 5 launch titles for it.
There's 10 now.
There's 10 now? Cool.
10
That's
now.
good. 10 titles. They're really
Actually,
bad
it's a little
at
bit
telling
over
me
10.
what's coming out. God damn it. Just print a Google Doc and tell me this are the video games that you can purchase. Anyways, I think that's the big things, right? Oh, they showed Mario. Right, they showed Mario. It looks
Odyssey,
hot as fuck.
They showed Splatoon 2, ARMS.
Doesn't look... ARMS?
ARMS looks cool, but not a great name.
1-2 Switch.
1-2 Switch, I'm interested in that.
Snipper Clips, which was an indie game that was purchased by Nintendo and is now a Nintendo
game.
It
looks adorable. And like, okay, first off, my first thing about Nintendo Switch, Snipper Clips is the fucking perfect game for that.
Sure.
Because it's a 2-player game, and the
Switch comes to 2 controllers.
It comes to 2 controllers pretty much, and Snipper Clips is perfect for this. Bring it to your friend's house, and you can just both play Snipper Clips right then and there. It looks super cute, and like it works perfectly with what the Switch is.
It looks hot as hell.
Yeah.
But also, man, there's a lot to unpack here. All right, where do we start, Ryan? Where do you want to start? Because there's a lot. Okay.
I'm just saying. There's a new online system that we have to pay for.
Right.
They talked about
right, and you do voice chat through your app.
There's still some mixed things about that because the Switch itself supports headsets and microphones, so it's weird that
that's done through the app.
So it might not always be. So we really don't know about that. The online service, he talked about it being about 2,000 to 3,000 yen, which is about 17 to 26 US dollars
a year.
A year, yeah, which is really good. If it's around that, that's a lot better than their competition.
But also, at least
it's required for like playing online stuff, and it's required for voice chat stuff. And they said they'd give you a free like classic NES or SNES game.
They take away after the month is over.
That you get it for a month, and you can play it with online, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is cool.
That's neat.
I think there's George. Tell me, like, I'm excited for this. I think there's a lot of potential here for like a lot of reasons. But you are not.
I think
you are very bitter, and I do not like it.
I'm excited for the future, but I think they did the worst possible job, the worst case scenario in selling this thing for why you should buy it day one. They gave you no reason to buy it day one.
They're in this position of, Breath of the Wild has been delayed for like 2-3 years. So it has to come out on launch. If it did not come out at launch...
Disaster! This would be a disaster.
But also, because it's coming out on launch, anything that comes out that day, no one is going to buy.
That's not true.
I definitely think that's
not true.
Because it's a $300 system with a $60 game that has hours and hours and hours of playtime.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get a game for it, why would you get something else?
But why not? Because people, I don't believe that for a second. You got a new toy. The Switch is a new toy, pretty much. People like to play around with their new toy and play like different experiences on them. I totally think people aren't going to be completely engrossed with Breath of the Wild, which we don't even know is a good video game, first of all. So, like, I mean, I guess you do have Bomberman, and like Snipper Clips fills that void of a smaller thing that you can play on the side. But man, come on, like
it's a weird position of like I feel like also
the next game is
big third-party developers aren't going to want to put a big game to it on launch day because like it isn't going to sell as well as it could because it has Breath of the Wild. I think that's 100% true.
That's not true at
all. Why would you want to put something out on the same... That's why Mario Kart's not coming out on the same day. Like, that game is fucking done.
Port of a Wii U game with new tracks.
With some...
And new characters.
Yeah.
It's got Dry Bones, which is a very strong argument. I'm very happy that Dry Bones is in it.
It's portable. The frame rate is totally fixed and perfect. Online will probably be a lot better. That comes out late April. Good game. I'll probably pick that up. I'm gonna sell it.
You already have Mario Kart 8, motherfucker!
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. That's probably that's it, man.
Damn it. Oh, man. Dude.
You're way too... Like, you keep saying, like, oh, I believe in this. This will be cool. But then you're like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, why? Like, why are you...
Because they, like, fucked it up. Dude, like... There's nothing about it that instills confidence in me. Like, you've made some great points. Like they're gonna have some great games. Like, sure, like I get it, but nothing about it tells me here's $300. I trust you implicitly that you will support this thing with great software. That the service you're making me pay for to play Splatoon and like anything in the future is gonna be good. Like, nothing about it instills confidence. Like, are you seriously asking people day one? The only game we have is Zelda, and then we got a port of a fucking Wii U game from 2014 when Watch Dogs came out. Give us $300.
I think. Well, the thing about this is that it's so different from its competitors. It's this system that's fairly powerful that you can take anywhere, and out of the box you get 2 controllers so you can play multiplayer stuff with friends. And these controllers have a lot of different features in them that make them interesting.
The second controller has the analog stick in the middle. Don't play with me that you're gonna get, hey friend, play Mario Kart with me. Have this shitty controller. I'm not fucking with that.
But it can be portable. That's the thing. It can be. It's not always ideal, but like no matter what situation, if you have this, 2 people can play it.
I don't think
it's not perfect, but it just always works.
I think the thing with that thing is like no one really wanted it, and I think it's just been given to us, and I still don't think it's really impressive, like the 2-player thing, because I think the controller looks bad.
I think it looks fine, and from what I've heard, it's like surprisingly comfortable to hold in.
Also, it doesn't have a D-pad. That thing doesn't have a D-pad.
Well, yeah, that's because of the whole like it has to like work separately.
I know, but man,
and you know the Sony hasn't had a D-pad fucking ever.
Motherfucker!
That's not a D-pad. That is not a D-pad. That's 4 buttons that like look close together.
This at least has a little thing where you can rest your finger right in the middle. That thing does not have a thing. This is that. That's the D-pad. I'm showing Ryan a PS4 controller right now, and I'm showing him the face buttons.
Look,
that's the D-pad for the Switch. You can't play Street Fighter on that, my man.
Why the fuck would you play Street Fighter?
Because I'm not spending $80 on a Pro Controller, you motherfucker. Okay, but Mario looks red fucking hot, and I will spend $300 for Mario.
Splatoon looks great.
Boom.
I think, and like they've talked about, you can voice chat in Splatoon too. That's big. Yeah, it's from the app. Who cares?
Called my fucking mobile man. I have an app that says that Nintendo. It's called Phone. It's called Phone app. God damn.
From what I've read, I think, and what I've looked to, I think the idea behind that is like there's no like headset jack in the controllers. So like when you jack it into the TV, you're in this situation. Wait a minute.
Are you telling? Oh, on the controller, but there's one on the thing, right?
There's one on the dock, yeah, but they're not on the controllers.
Scared me there for a second.
They're not on the controllers. So when you jack it into the TV and you bring the controllers to your couch, like there's a huge distance between that and the headphone jack. Mm-hmm. And like these small tiny controllers already have so much. I feel like it'd be weird to plug another headset into that. So like a phone would make sense in that situation because you usually have that by you. Like, do you kind of get what I'm getting at here?
Sure, that makes sense.
That's my only.
That makes sense.
That's my rationation on it because it's the way I see the Switch, and I don't think Nintendo's done a perfect job. They've been more like it's a console that you can plug into your TV and that you can disconnect. That's fine. But I see this more as a portable thing, like a beautiful portable that you can jack in.
I think it's more of a console.
It is definitely more, but I feel like they need to do like a whole half and half kind of thing. I feel like they're pushing the console side more, which I think isn't going to appeal to people. Because people are going to be like, well, my PS4 fucking eats this shit for breakfast, so why the hell should I care about that?
They also are, like, they won't give up the fucking stuff about Nintendo that we had. Like, everyone thought this thing was going to be like, Nintendo's going to give up all the gimmicky shit and just be like, this is a fucking console you can play at home and take on the go. Yeah, how about HD fucking Rumble? How many ice cubes are in my fucking controller, Ryan?
That part was very, like... It was very Nintendo.
It was weird. It was like, whoa, what's going on? This isn't what I signed up for. What's going on?
That is like a thing that like that's a cool feature. Like having like a Rumble feature that like has that like really good feedback.
That'll be $80.
That's something that other controllers don't really have. The Wii Remote had terrible Rumble stuff.
It did.
And when you're even the PlayStation Move, it just vibrated whenever you hit stuff with it. I feel like their idea there is, let's finally fix the motion control stuff that we've been working on forever.
I've been sitting here in my fucking 480p Rumble and being like, this fucking sucks so bad. Why won't someone fix this?
Why can't I get that 1080 or even 720 Rumble?
God fucking damn it.
So I feel, because like they can't abandon that because that's all they've done.
Yes, they can. Just let go.
Because I feel like another part of the appeal of this is a handheld thing that can do everything. You know, for fucking Sony, if you want to do motion stuff, you have to buy a fucking move control that doesn't do shit.
I don't want motion.
Some people do that. I like that for every once in a while in games.
Sure, but
it's cool.
I don't think you and I would be crying if they just gave it up. Granted, I'd be upset for Splatoon because Splatoon is
I think there's
better
a difference between gyro and motion.
That's the best way to. Yeah, sure, right.
Like even like PlayStation 4 controllers have gyro.
Gyro, right, and it's pretty good.
Steam controller has gyro, which for every game that I've played that has that, because I have Steam controller, because I'm a freak, it's been pretty good, and I like gyro.
Gyro's good. You're right. I was confused,
but for motion controls for something like ARMS, I feel like there is an audience for that. There's those families that like want to like do that kind of stuff, and I feel like they have to keep. Like at least being the ones who put games out that like games out there that are like that because people do like those games. It's not hardcore, but it's more casual, and that's the main audience they're going for.
I think those people. I don't know. I think those people. I don't think you're gonna sell those people with ARMS. I don't think you're gonna sell people with ONT Switch. I don't think there's anything that you can
I
make
agree.
that's gonna
I agree.
sell that.
1-2 Switch is in a weird place. You know, everyone's saying like, oh, that should be packed in, and yeah, I agree with that. But it all depends on like what's in this game that makes it compelling. Like if there's like 40 mini games, then that seems like okay, maybe I'll pick it up like a month later to show my Switch to friends.
It just seems to me like they put time and energy and resources into things that people don't want.
I think they put time and energy into resources that the hardcore market doesn't want. And the hardcore market isn't exactly what they're going for here.
And I think Nintendo should realize...
They're trying to make this product that appeals universally and that's cheap.
Sure.
Not this hardcore machine that churn out the roughest and toughest graphics that only like the real hardcore gamer
and
would
I
be
will
like, this is what you play games on.
And I will
if
tell
you don't play anything else on this, then you're a fucking loser.
Sony made that bet and it paid off with 60 million consoles pushed. Like Nintendo, Nintendo should realize that the people who are there are the hardcore people, and no one's gonna come $300 to play fucking ARMS. And you need like multiple controllers to play ARMS, and those controllers are so expensive.
You don't need to play with motion though.
That's true.
Then
what's the point of the motion control?
It's there for someone who wants it.
That's not even. They didn't even like. We're gonna keep motion controls. We're gonna double down and use HD motion controls. I don't know, man.
Look, man. I think another issue I think people are having is they think that this console is gonna have like all this cool stuff, but it's launching in March. Like that's a weird month. Nothing comes out in March.
But they said they were delaying it for software, and there was going to be a.
Well, yeah, and now they're having this like steady release of stuff instead of once every like 3 months. Like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, yeah, it's a port, but yeah, it comes out a month later. ARMS comes out in spring, probably like early May, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Splatoon's probably come out late June, maybe early July, I'd assume, and then Fire Emblem comes out in fall. Mario Odyssey comes out in holidays, and then there's definitely there's also definitely other stuff. That's a fucking strong lineup for a year.
I guess so. Yeah.
And I think by the time the holiday comes around, this thing's gonna get a little bit cheaper, or at least there'll be a bundle with.
Yeah, you would imagine.
Zelda.
There was no way they could have priced it $250.
They might, because like they're selling the Switch dock for $90, and they've talked about how there is some hardware in there. So I'm thinking they might. This is just a theory. They might just sell the Switch without the dock.
No way.
To make it
no
cheaper.
way in hell.
They might.
No way in hell.
They might. That would make it cheaper.
Why is it called the Switch now?
They took the 3D out of the 3DS and made it the 2DS.
There's no way they would do that. I don't think there's no way.
I didn't think they'd take the 3D out of 3DS.
There's
but they
no
did
way
that.
they do it.
You're saying
I'm gonna say that right now. No way.
But that would make it cheaper though.
Sure, but I don't think there's a chance in hell they do it.
Maybe down the line.
I don't think so.
But I think that would, especially like if a Pokemon came out on this thing, you would want that thing to be as cheap as possible for the kids.
Sure.
Even though the audience for Pokemon is teenagers and college students, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like this thing will be cheaper comes the holiday, and on the holiday, that's when they'll really push the hard stuff. That's when Mario will come out. That's probably when fucking Captain Toad 2 will come out. I don't know. I'd love that.
Ah, man.
There's more about this we don't know yet because they're very coy right now.
I think the biggest disappointment for all of this is that we all hoped that Nintendo would finally get their shit together. And
I think they are getting their shit together.
I don't know, man.
Their marketing is what has been my biggest issue with them for the past since 2012. Their marketing has been bad on both the 3DS and the Wii U, especially the Wii U. And that fucking Zelda Super Bowl commercial, a Super Bowl commercial for a video game by Nintendo, which they've never done before. It perfectly shows like what this system does, and it shows a game that a lot of people are interested in.
How many copies do you think Zelda's gonna sell?
It's probably gonna sell more on the Switch than on the Wii U.
No way, you're out of your mind.
I think you're out of your mind.
I don't think so.
No one wants the Wii U version. Who the hell wants that? Because it doesn't do. For one, it doesn't do anything that the Wii U is like uniquely capable of doing. It doesn't have anything asymmetrical.
Okay. It
doesn't have any like 2-screen stuff. But with the Switch, you can take this big game and take it anywhere.
I think the Wii U version is going to sell way more than the Switch version.
That is, no one owns a Wii U, and people who own a Wii U do not play it.
I think the Wii U version is going to sell way more, I think. I think
I
Nintendo has burned a lot of Nintendo people, like...
No, what?
With the Wii U, like, it's got good games, but I feel like most people were like, Zelda's going to be on this thing. Like, I don't know. I think most people, like, even like critics and stuff, like, I'm gonna play this on Wii U. I'm not buying a Switch unless I get the review copy. Like, I don't know. I don't think also the Wii U is like there's like 10 million Wii U's out there. I think it's gonna sell more on Wii U.
I don't think so, to be honest with you.
It's interesting, but we'll see.
I
don't think this thing moves more than 4 million copies. Zelda.
I mean, maybe not now, but this is a game that I think people.
It's evergreen, sure. It's evergreen. You can keep selling Zelda copies for like ever. So, unless the game isn't great, unless it's Skyward Sword again. So
Skyward Sword was a good game.
Well, it didn't do much for them, did it? I don't know.
I guess not.
Let's move off of Switch unless there's anything important. I don't know. There's a Bomberman game. It doesn't look very good. Puyo Puyo Tetris. That's gonna be on PS4 though, but it looks cool.
I Am Setsuna comes out.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei. They're making a Shin Megami Tensei game. It looks like a remake of the original. That's fucking cool as shit. Suda51's making a No More Heroes game for it.
That's cool.
I guess that's why we had to have the HC Rumbles where you could jerk off.
Lots of Dragon Quest stuff. Okay, first off, like you and I both know, this thing is probably gonna sell really well in Japan at least. And I think that might be.
I think if they wanted to do that, they should have just launched. They should have just announced Monster Hunter.
I think they're holding that out because
we'll
I believe they have a Monster Hunter. That
I think you will.
They have a Monster Hunter that either just came out or comes out soon.
Right, Cross.
Yeah, Cross.
Yeah.
So you gotta imagine that studio's working on something for the Switch. It has to be.
I think this thing will sell very well in Japan. I think
that
this will be the console that like dominates the Japanese market.
And I think that might be their main focus for now.
Maybe.
And that's honestly probably fine for them.
And that'd be good for everyone, honestly. Yeah,
because then Japanese developers would get on.
Yeah, exactly. So that'd be better.
And that would help people like you and me who like Japanese games.
I don't know. Mario looks fucking hot as hell.
It does. That's gonna be a great game. Returning to the classic Sunshine and 64 feel.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on from that to other Nintendo stuff. There's a Fire Emblem Direct the week after, right?
Oh yeah, it was the next week.
And there they detailed the mobile game which released today, which I guess we can kind of talk about. We haven't played much with it.
No, we've only both played the prologue.
They announced a Fire Emblem game for 3DS.
Which is a remake of an old NES game.
That nerds really like. Fire Emblem Echoes.
It looks super interesting.
It looks dope as fuck, but
I don't want to buy anything else for my 3DS, to be honest with you. And I've played so much Fire Emblem recently. I have a game on my phone.
There's a lot of Fire Emblem.
Give me a break.
I still can't believe how much Fire Emblem we get.
They talked about Fire Emblem Warriors,
which I'm excited for.
Tight as hell. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a Dynasty Warriors game.
Fall. And then like a full Fire Emblem game, they talked about coming out on the Switch in 2018.
And Fire Emblem Warriors will also be on New 3DS, it seems.
Which is a waste of everyone's time.
Wow.
Hyrule Warriors did not even run.
It ran all right on New 3DS.
It ran
passable.
It was just over the line of passable.
Just over the line of passable. On regular 3DS,
it also looked like hot street trash.
Mm-hmm. But the Wii U version also didn't run great, to be honest with you. But
it mostly wasn't 2-player. Like it ran pretty
like
perfect.
4050 on Wii U. I remember. But yeah, whatever. If you like Fire Emblem, it's a great time for you, I guess.
Yeah. Look, man, those fans have been through a lot of shit. I feel like they deserve this.
Sure, it'll just every video game. It's all Fire Emblem.
It's all Fire Emblem.
Goddamn. All right.
Look, man, Intelligent Systems. What are they working? What else will they even work
Advanced
on?
Wars, motherfucker. Codenames Team 2.
They won't do that. Paper Mario, I think, is probably dead to them after Color Splash, which is unfortunate because.
Did they work on that?
Yeah, they do. They do all the Paper Marios.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What else do they do? They made the last Luigi's Mansion game, I think.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. That was the Metroid Prime Blast Ball people.
I don't think so.
I'm 100% positive.
Okay, well then.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And they made the what else did they make? What else did they fucking make? Because they've been in bed with Nintendo for a while because they're like an American studio that's been working on stuff. But yeah, Fire Emblem is exciting. I'm excited for Fire Emblem Warriors. Did you look up the Luigi's thing?
Oh, it's next level.
That's next level. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Whatever.
They're working on.
They both make similar games. That's why I was.
Wait, is next level making that sports game? No, I don't think so because they just got out of Metroid Prime. Blaster balls. In smaller news, Fox is making a game dev studio. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. Excited for a new Alien game, not made by Creative Assembly.
That'd be nice.
I'm like, Creative Assembly's almost done with Halo Wars, so maybe. Remember Halo Wars 2? I forgot that was a thing that's coming out.
They're really excited about that game.
Which is weird.
They want people to play that.
That's a weird thing because Creative Assembly is owned by Sega, and they're working on that Microsoft game. That's weird. Right, and Sony shut down Guerrilla Cambridge, which is...
What'd they work on?
They worked on Killzone Mercenary and Riggs, which seems to be the thing...
That makes sense why they're closed.
God fucking it. Guerrilla Cambridge is a great studio, first of all. Second of all, I think this is the thing where everyone was asking, like, whoa... Like, what's going on with the VR thing if you're shutting down first-party studio? The first-party studio that made the biggest title for this thing, and you're shutting them down. So, yeah, man, Guerrilla Cambridge is good. And I think it's shitty. It's weird, because they made Killzone, and after that they got renamed to Guerrilla Cambridge. They used to just be called Sony Cambridge. And then they made Riggs, and they just shut them off. I don't know, man. And this comes after they shut down other studios. Right, they shut down Sony San Diego when they made Killstrain. To be fair, that game was fucked. But
I don't know what Sony's doing. Like, they're doing great selling systems, but like games-wise,
they're trimming down their studios,
which is not...
and their third-party stuff is pretty much dead.
Yeah,
because they were working. So after Bound, it looks like they canceled Watam. They canceled What Remains of Edith Finch, and there's one more. And now those games, I know What Remains of Edith Finch, which is the next game by the people who made The Unfinished Swan, is now being published by Annapurna, who are now publishing video games.
Even Xbox is like in a rough place. Like Scalebound was like the only thing I think they were hyping up for this year for the most part.
And Crackdown disappeared.
And yeah, Scalebound was canceled. I don't know if we ever talked
about
that.
We forgot to talk about that. Man, that happened that month.
That happened, yeah.
Scalebound got canceled. I mean, we could get into that real quick.
I mean, I feel like it was mostly just because the Platinum team is like very like they have such a vision for like their games of like quality and like what they want them to be. And you know, they've been working on so much stuff, and Microsoft is just they're very controlling people.
I would admit, yeah, it's...
And plus, the differences between a Western developer and a Japanese developers, different ideas of what games should be depending on markets. I feel like that might have been it, too.
I would love to know.
And apparently Microsoft like wasn't returning their calls or something. I don't remember.
All of it's really hazy. All I know for a fact is that after Gamescom, after they showed that demo, which looked really rough, then the relationship was rocky, and they missed some milestones. That's all I know for sure. There was some rumor that Kamiya took some time off for mental illness, for like mental health stuff. Kamiya was like, nope, that's not a thing that happened. Fuck that. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I don't know.
Does Microsoft have anything big come out this year?
They got Crackdown. They got Sea of Thieves, Halo Wars 2, and State of Decay. You would imagine that some of those games, I have a gut feeling that Crackdown is going to be a Scorpio exclusive game. Because I feel like Scorpio is going to be...
Are they going to make Scorpio exclusive games?
I think Scorpio... I think everyone at this point is like, I think Scorpio is the next Xbox. I don't think it's an Xbox 1.5. I think that's the next Xbox. And I believe it. Especially because Moon Studios came out and was like, no, this thing is real strong. Like they refer... like Moon Studio, the guy who was at Moon Studios who made Ori and the Blind Forest, and they're owned by Microsoft, or at least have a partnership with Microsoft. They're saying like, no, this thing's a next generation console, and it's not a half step like the PS4 Pro.
Oh yeah, they did say that. I forgot.
And so everyone's like, whoa, and like even at E3, they were like, they didn't commit. They kind of said like, yeah, Xbox Scorpio games will work on Xbox One, but they didn't commit to it 100%. And if you remember, Crackdown was using cloud technology for the multiplayer run because it was using cloud technology to do like effects that the Xbox One couldn't do.
Are Xbox fans gonna buy another $500 system?
I think so. It's been 5 years. Why not?
Is it?
You're buying a new Switch. It's been 4 years since the fucking Wii U came out.
This is $300, and which is cheap and
the
it's
Wii
portable.
U was $350.
Yeah, that was probably too much money. But,
I think they'll be fine.
But I didn't have college loans at that time.
Sure.
I mean, I do now, but that's not stopping me.
I think I kind of buy into this Project Scorpio as the next Xbox.
Probably. Then what's
I don't think it's coming out.
What's Sony gonna do?
I don't think
then they're the only people who are being...
Yeah, now we get into a whole fucking tangent, but I think Scorpio's not coming out this year. I think it's being pushed to next year. I think that's the new Xbox.
But then... Oh, yeah, then...
And then PlayStation 5, you would imagine, would probably come out at the end of 2018 or at the beginning of 2019.
This is a weird This feels like a weird.
It's weird, right? But like, short. It makes sense because PS4 Pro isn't lighting the
But then, what are these systems gonna do? Like,
I think they're just a new console.
Like, my interest in the Switch is that it's different from like the competitors for the most part because it's portable and it has like a lot of like random interesting features that I feel like people, or at least Nintendo, will do stuff with. But like, it's just stronger. Like, what does that do?
Here's the thing that Nintendo doesn't understand. I just want to play a fucking video game with a controller.
Yeah, you can fucking do that on the Switch.
I guess. But you're saying like that's what.
But you have the options.
Sure, but
people love VR. People love making those fancy little moving around the room VR games.
Sure, but you're saying like, what's the attraction of that? Like, I just want a new machine that's gonna play video games better. I don't know. I'm good.
But like, if these games are, I don't know, man.
Like PS4 and Xbox One came out.
I want something interesting. It's not the same fucking shit, just slightly stronger.
But Ryan, Nintendo hasn't made an innovation that's been very interesting since Wii Sports.
Wii Sports
Resort, actually. Wii Sports Resort's pretty good.
That's a pretty good game.
Like, Wii U didn't, like, Nintendo Land was the coolest shit they did with that, and that's it. Nintendo Land was so fucking dope.
It was very dope.
God damn it. That's the thing that sold me on the Wii U, and then, like, nothing else. Here's Star Fox Zero. Oh, boy. Man.
Wii Party U was pretty good. Fail Frame 5.
I don't think that's a thing. Game & Wario, crushing disappointment.
It was. I say Wii Party U is a good game.
All right.
That's a fun game.
Man, all right. Anyways, yeah, Girl at Cambridge is dead. VR, that's a thing we're going to talk about in the next segment. I feel like we're going really long. Maybe not. Let me see. We're not doing too bad, I think. Oh, we're fine.
We're fine.
Everything's fine.
We had so many tangents already.
Yeah. Really
excited. So many more to come.
Xbox 2. Really excited about Xbox 2. After this break, we'll get into the games of January that we played. We're back.
We are.
This will probably be less heated than the last segment.
Maybe. Who knows?
So let's talk about video games. Ryan, so we talked about it last episode.
What did we talk about, George?
How you entered the Chick Hydrobot contest.
All right, let me lay down what happened here. So during the Game Awards, which was early December.
Yeah.
During the Game Awards, Shtick was having a competition where if you tweeted a photo of Hydrobot with the hashtag #SpotHydrobot, you could win a wonderful video game prize. I, being the person who enters every single contest ever, because I feel like my time has to come at some point.
Okay, sure.
Well, look what happened now.
I guess that's how fate works. Yeah, sure.
I figured, why not? And then a month later, I was contacted saying I won, and I was like, yeah, sure I did. Whatever you say. And then on Monday this week, a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation VR headset just arrived at my front door.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, that's fine, I guess.
So Ryan will probably be able to talk more about more video games now.
Probably.
So that's exciting. That's exciting. You're getting PlayStation VR, PlayStation 4, and some Switch this year. That's exciting.
Yeah, a lot of fancy toys for me. A lot of fucking cords.
You're right.
Like it's a free gift. I'm not gonna play, but there's so many fucking cords.
Yeah, there's a lot of cords.
Like my PlayStation camera, the VR has a different box that plugs into the PlayStation 4, and it plugs into the TV, and it plugs into the VR headset 2 times, and it plugs into an outlet. It's fucking crazy.
It's a lot.
I hate cords. Like, that drives me crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry,
man. I feel like God is punishing me for having a free PlayStation 4.
Sure, here's a free PlayStation 4, but now you got a lot more inconvenience in your life.
Exactly.
But anyways, with that, Ryan decided to pick up Resident Evil 7, and I replayed Resident Evil 7. So yeah, this new Resident Evil game, it's been a while. Man.
It's been almost too long.
2012 was when Resident Evil 6 came out.
You liked that game at first.
Yeah, I did. And then I realized it's fucking garbage. So here we are with a new Resident Evil game.
Whole new approach.
Whole new thing.
Yeah.
First person, new engine, made pretty much in secret because it was announced like 6 months until release.
Pretty much,
if even 6 months.
It was announced during E3 last year.
Yeah,
right?
so yeah, it would have been 6 months. Yeah.
Oh man.
And here it is. So first person
Resident
game.
Evil 7 Biohazard.
Biohazard.
I love that.
The title's great. The logo's fantastic. They killed it. With that.
They killed it. That's probably the best part of the game.
All right.
No, I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah, me either. So I played the first hour and a half.
I've played probably the first hour.
Okay, so we're pretty much the same place.
Yeah.
Okay, so you play as Ethan, first person. You like in traditional horror, like very Silent Hill fact. You have this missing wife, And then she finally contacts you. Who's like, oh, I'm at this place. And you go visit this place. Turns out shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a creepy cabin, hillbilly cabin. It's all
in Louisiana, and you're just stuck in there like, well, fuck, and I gotta get out of here. And that's what the game is. It's very Resident. I think it's first person, and parts of it are like Amnesia or an Outlast. But
I've heard a lot of Outlast comparisons.
Man,
especially from friends who really like Outlast. I didn't care for it, but
I
get
really
the comparison.
fucking hate Outlast. Anyways. But also, at its core, it's still Resident Evil as hell. You're still fucking looking for, like, 3 dog head keys to open this thing, and there's these cryptic puzzles and shit. So, yes, it is I would say it's a new approach to what Resident Evil was, and it's more Resident Evil than Resident Evil 5 or 6, or even 4, to be honest with you. I like
4 is less about the horror and more about, like, the action and, like, fighting this stuff. Well, this is a lot more about.
It's way more about
being
spooky,
terrifying.
and figuring out like where I got to go over here. I got to go backtrack to go do this. So in the first hour, my opinion of the game is that it is no less than good.
Yeah,
and that is my quote. I've said it every time. I think it is no less than good.
Put it on the box.
Put it on the it's not bad, but it's not great, but it's probably good.
Yeah, I feel that.
So yeah, Ryan,
my experience has been, because I've never played a Resident Evil game, so I have no idea of what the hell is going on. I don't know if they pull something out of their hat and it's like, oh, it's all connected. I would have no idea.
You're also an hour in, so yeah.
I'm expecting like when I get to the end of it, it's gonna be
something like it's Wesker's house. I don't know.
I don't know who that is, but he's probably a bad guy. Because like in games like that where they pull stuff out of the bed, it's like, oh, it's Wesker. Then like everything gets silent. Well, it gives you like the moment to be like,
I mean, you saw the Resident Evil movie, so you know Wesker.
I feel like it's a different Wesker.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I've been playing it mostly in the VR. I played a little bit out of VR, and man, like having it all in your head and having like being like in that world, it really does like put you in there, and it really does get more terrifying because you can't look away. You're just so stuck in there. And it does get scary, especially mild spoilers when the first enemy attacks you. They get really up in your face, and they're holding a very scary weapon. Mm-hmm. And when they jump out at you with the jump scares, it's really freaky because they're just in your face. My complaint about that is the PlayStation 4 headset. It downgrades the resolution quite a bit. So when I first started playing the game, it was like I was playing
a PS2 game.
A PS2 game.
People say it's specifically really disorientating in that opening section before you go into the house. Like it looks real rough.
It does. Like you're in this. Like it looks super pretty, but like when you like kneel down and like look at everything, it's so fucking basic.
Yeah, that's what people told me.
Like all the leaves are just like flat lines, and just things just look so weird. All the textures are all off, but the people they still look the same. The people, which is interesting.
Yeah,
I see. So I'm guessing they focused on that, which is good, because if the villains were all like really pixelated, they wouldn't be as scary. Yeah. So I get that, and that still made it scary. But like looking at all the details, it does look a lot worse. But also like it doesn't kind of matter just because you're so in the world and you don't think about it.
Right, that's what I told you. Like that is like asked you like, is the sacrifice of VR and the shitty graphics is it worth the downscale?
I think it just barely is. It just barely is. It's a shame. I mean,
it's a PS4.
It's a PS4.
It's probably better on PS4 Pro. I don't know.
I feel like it's just the lenses on the PlayStation.
Yeah, VR. But that'll probably help a little with the the fucking shitty jaggies and shit.
Yeah, the jaggies it's bad, but it's not. It only made me feel really sick once. Mm-hmm. And that was like I was already messing with the VR for quite a while before that, because I was messing with
PlayStation VR
Worlds and the Playroom VR and like a few other demos. Yeah, because it comes with that like demo disc thing, which is stupid because it just downloads the demo off the internet that you just.
Whoa, really? They're not in the disc?
No.
Oh, fucking what?
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I would love to play fucking the Russia Blood demo, and it's like, cool, we're downloading it for you right now.
Wow, that fucking sucks so fucking
so
bad.
Much, my bad.
Holy shit. Anyways, but yeah, Resident Evil.
I think so far I really like it.
Me too. I'm excited to get back into it when I find the time.
And aiming on the VR headset is so easy.
That's what everyone said. Like the aiming is real good on VR.
Which is great for me because it's all like where you're looking is where the reticle is. And I suck at aiming with controllers. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, aiming.
And I'm a lot better at it in that.
Aiming with a controller is real hard in this game. But people just said in VR, like, oh yeah, it's fucking easy. You just point and shoot. Also,
my other complaint with the VR is when there's like a small cutscene of the character doing something, it always like cuts to black, and like he does the action that it cuts back to black. So if he goes to pick up a VHS tape, it'll cut to black. He'll pick it up and he'll be like, what? And they'll cut back to black and you're playing the game again. It's really disorienting. It really takes you out of it. I can kind of get why.
It probably makes people sick or something.
But it's just weird. And also his arms are cut off. Yeah. But all VR games do that. It's still weird though. Especially like, you know, in the beginning where like you get your hand.
Right. You do. You put your arms to block the thing,
and your hand gets chopped off. So you just have like this just sliver of meat that's your hand because like the elbow's all cut off and your hand's cut off. So it's just like this tiny bit, and you're like, oh, my hand. It's like both your hand is broken in two ways. That's crazy. Oh. It looks real bad, man. But it's what they had to do, I guess.
All right.
I feel like once VR is able to fucking do elbows right, it'll be perfect, and maybe output a good resolution on that thing.
Yeah, probably the PC version will probably be better.
There's no VR on the PC.
Yeah, no, but it'll come eventually.
Probably eventually.
It's like I think it's a exclusive PS4 exclusive thing for the VR set, because I know there's a lot of other stuff that's exclusive to the PS4. There's some DLC that's exclusive.
Yeah. So yeah,
Resident Evil 7. I think it's good.
It is good. It's probably great. I haven't played.
Yeah, I would have to. I can't say it's great, but I think it's no less than good at this point where I've gotten.
I think taking it to like this whole hillbilly horror thing is a lot more interesting than just zombies, because zombies really is done a lot.
Sure.
Especially like in the advent of all these.
Also, like we haven't encountered the enemies, but the enemies aren't much better, from what I've seen.
Well.
But yeah, I don't know. They tried something.
We'll probably talk about more next month.
Probably.
Because I just got my PlayStation VR like a few days ago, so I've really.
So let's segue into that, Ryan. Have you messed more with your VR?
Yeah, I've messed quite a bit with it.
So what demos have you played?
I played that Res demo you told me about.
You played the first level, so you probably just got the first level. So yeah.
Yeah, it was just the first level, so I didn't really get why you recommended it to me. Like it was fine. I didn't care for it too much.
Res is pretty good.
Right. I tried. The thing I messed with the most was VR Worlds. Which is like,
did that thing have the ninja game, or is that Playroom VR?
Playroom VR has
the ninja things. Okay,
and you can't play that without a second person, which I didn't have on me, or a second controller, which I didn't have. But the weird part about VR Worlds is it has like this head ping pong game.
Right.
Really boring. It has that.
Looked cool.
It gets boring like after two things. Because it's just the same thing. It has that lunge thing where you're like going down.
Oh, the luge thing, yeah.
And that's cool, but you're separated from the body. Like you can look down and you see like the empty head. So it disconnects you. So like, why'd they do that? Why not just like put you like head first?
You'd assume they have. I don't know.
It doesn't look good. And then in looking at what's it fucking called? London Heist. That's a fucking game. There's a story to that, and there's a whole like intro cutscene where the guy's just in your face like, you fucking did it, I'm gonna fucking kill you, I'm gonna torture you, and you're sitting there and you're moving your hands around and you're like, okay bro, can I play the game soon? And then he goes through this fucking horribly long monologue and you're just sitting there doing nothing. Then it cuts to you at a table smoking a cigar. You can light the cigar and you can smoke it, and that's fine. But then this other guy shows up and he monologues for a bit about this huge heist you guys are pulling off. It's like, great heist, bro. I want to do that, though. And then you get to the heist and it's so fucking boring because you're just standing there doing nothing. It's like, this is what I've been waiting for? And like, I played the London Heist when we did the demo thing, and that was fun because I was in a car. I was shooting at cops from outside the car, and that was cool. But why isn't the game just a bunch of minigames of you shooting stuff? Why is there a fucking story? I don't give a shit about the story of PlayStation VR Worlds. Why'd you fucking do that? You're wasting everyone's time. Everyone's time. It's stupid. I hate it. And then do the same thing with this other like mech game where you like have to save the world and you're the only hope for mankind, and you monologue forever. It's like, just give me the fucking game. I didn't buy this demo of what the VR can do for a story. Just give me fucking mini games. I didn't buy Wii Sports assuming that I would rise through the ranks of tennis. So why the fuck do you do that? I don't like it.
Okay.
VR Worlds is a bad game. They just talked about like today that they're having a new VR bundle that comes with the Rush of Blood.
Yeah.
They should have done that from the start. VR Worlds is a fucking waste of everyone's time. It's terrible.
Well, Rush of Blood doesn't look much better.
It's I can guarantee you it's much better than VR Worlds. VR Worlds. The most fun I had with VR Worlds is the menu screen, because there's this weird ball just always in front of you, and you can like interact with it by whacking with your controller. And I don't know why, but I did that for like 15 minutes. It was fucking fun.
Okay.
It was stupid and funny, and it bounces around this like room you're in, and you can just hit it back, and it's fun. Then I played the one heist, and that game was fucking terrible.
Okay. So it seems like you've had a VR and you had Resident Evil 7, which most people say like that's the best thing. It sounds like your VR experience like it's not. It's I guess.
It's not like it's a good VR in general, as in terms of the PlayStation 4 VR.
Right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't think you should rush out and buy this for $400. Like, if you have the money and you're that interested in getting in on this early, I think that's fair. It's cool. Like, it's a cool idea, but I don't think it's there yet. I've never tried Oculus. I've never tried Vive. So
Vive looks awesome. If I could, I would.
I don't know.
I don't have the space. I don't have the money.
I don't have the
Vive.
space or the money for that, because that's $900.
Yeah.
And also, you need a fucking powerful PC.
Yeah.
And those are probably fun, but again, those still kind of feel like concepts.
Sure, but like you look at something like Google Earth VR, and I'm like, fucking, that looks crazy.
And plus, like, the resolution on it is always bad. Like, I was watching like videos, just YouTube 360 YouTube videos. Like you've watched those before on your phone and stuff, right? You can like move around the room. It looks cool on your phone, but on the PlayStation VR, it looks like it's 360p, and you can't change that, and it totally takes you out of it. So, like, it's fine, and, like, I'm assuming there's other games, like Job Simulator, where they have this style that's not realistic, that would probably work a lot better in this world. I think that is where it should be at now, but I don't think it's ready to be in this, like, super hyper-realistic world. I think probably next generation, that's what it's going to be. Especially since you have to do so much fucking cords and wiring. Like, it should ideally just plug into your system, you know?
Ideally.
And I get why they need to do it now, especially like getting off the ground with this technology, but like I don't think you're doing anyone a favor by rushing this thing out. Like Nintendo's been everyone's been on Nintendo's ass for VR, because that does seem like something they would be on top of, and they did with Virtual Boy. Like, that didn't work, but they were there first for that,
I guess. All right, well,
so it's like I don't think the technology is perfect yet. I mean, it's not super affordable, and I feel like the casual people might be more in line to do this. I mean, the hardcore people, like, they're obviously interested, but I feel like the casual person would be more.
Yeah.
That's more of, like, the games that are being put out now, that's what they would be into. Because they're just, like, these silly little fun games. Like, one demo game is, like, a game where you just interact with fucking little cute robots. And, like, I like that, but I'm not buy a PS4 and a VR headset.
Did you download the Hatsune Miku thing, though?
I have not
really
yet.
Stupid.
I was meaning to, because I heard that was stupid.
Or Summer Lesson. Get Japanese PSN account. Download Summer Lesson. But anyways, at least you have VR, so you can report on it. You already have a reporter on the VR streets.
Ah, sweet.
The
reporter on the VR streets. It's fine.
It's all right. It's okay here.
I think there's still potential for it. I think next generation.
You got it. So like,
I'm assuming Sony, their thing now is going to be VR.
We got a VR game on the lineup next month. So.
That's true. And then I'm wondering, like, what's Xbox? What's their thing going to be?
It seems like something.
Are they doing VR, or are they going to do more augmented reality?
They mentioned VR.
Because they talk about HoloLens a lot, and that's more augmented reality.
Yeah. I think they're going to go with VR. I think the Scorpio stuff's going to happen.
And then
probably Oculus?
Probably Oculus.
It's probably going to be better
they lost a lot of money.
That's true.
So who knows what's going on with that.
All right, so I'm going to knock off these next ones real quick. Gravity Rush 2, I really wanted to play it. I played the demo only. It looks cool. I wish I could talk more about it. I can't because I only played the demo. Spheroids, it's a small 2D indie game. We have a video going out because we got a giveaway for it.
Oh, yeah.
I will release the giveaway video with the podcast. So if you're interested in that, check out our YouTube channel, Jurge and Ryan. And you can find the giveaway for that game there. Like I said, it's called Spheroids. It is a 2D platformer mixed with a little Bionic Commando, a little Mutant Mudds Deluxe, a little VVVV.
Very different from other, like, in it, you pretty much can only attack like up and down, which like I'm not used to. So like I was playing the game, I was really bad because like I could not get out. I'm so used to jumping on enemies, man.
Yeah. No,
but I'm not. You can't jump on enemies. You have to just shoot up or down with your little hook shot.
But yeah.
And like once you master that, I feel like then that game will really open up its opportunities to be interesting.
Right. Yeah.
But
like
for only 10 minutes, I feel like I didn't get enough time to really like figure out how to do everything.
Yeah, it's an alright game. Yeah, I reviewed it. You can find it on my blog, jcruisalvarez.tumblr.com. And of course, we got the giveaway. If you want that game, just watch it.
It's a free game.
It's a free game.
Why not?
And I'm gonna hit on this next game because I want to talk.
You were
about
talking about this on the internet.
I was talking about this on the internet, like where I just say shit. So a normal Lost Phone is a mobile game. It is about it's a sort of like a Sybil or a Emily's Away, where like you're on a virtual desktop, but instead of a virtual desktop on a computer, you're on a virtual phone. So the game looks like a phone. The premise of the game is that you, the player, has found this lost phone, and you look at it and you're like messing around in it because you realize like, oh, someone's phone. Fuck, whose is this? And you try and
I'm curious what this is.
And you're trying to find out like whose phone was this? And then you click on the messages and you're like, oh, their parents are looking for them. And then you like, well, that's weird. And you keep going through their messages like, whoa, some shit was happening in their life, in the person's life. And also the phone isn't like a phone they've had it for a long time. Like they got it in December, and then the last message is like January. So this is a specific moment in this person's life. And you can go through the messages, and if you got to crack through passwords to figure out, find their like email to connect to the Wi-Fi, so you can connect to their email, connect to the dating profile, and figure out about this person. It's a very voyeuristic game, but the point of it is that you're learning about this person's life. I think it has it's really interesting at first, but my voyeurism only went so far, and I could figure out where it was going. And there's a very important game, it's one of my favorite video games, that it kind of does the same thing. And it made me appreciate that other game more because I think that game fucking nailed it. And this game, it kind of happens, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. That's cool, I guess. And it is neat. And there's some neat shit in it, but I think it's alright. I think it's definitely worth a look. Again, it's called The Normal Lost Phone.
How much is that on
$3.
$3. That's not bad.
That's not. I was thinking it was gonna be $5 when it announced it, but I was like, yeah, $3. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say you could beat it in 2 hours. That depends how like long it takes you to crack the code. Like I said, like you have to crack find out the Wi-Fi password and like go into this person's dating profile and figure out stuff like that. Yeah.
An interesting game.
It's very interesting. I think it's worth a look. So yeah, that's all the stuff in January. Resident Evil 7, it's a thing. Spheroids is a thing. Normal Lost Phone's a thing. Gravity Rush 2 is a thing I couldn't play.
I got a free PlayStation
You
VR.
got a free PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR.
That I just shit on for a few minutes.
Yeah, sure. There. But yeah, PlayStation 4.
Yeah. I've always wanted a PS4, but you know I'm poor, and
sure.
When I have money, I usually buy Nintendo stuff.
Now it's time for Ryan to play Bloodborne. Here we go. Let's play Bloodborne all the way. Here we go. Really excited.
Oh, crap.
Anyways, let's talk about the games of February. Let's talk about Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm, Road to Boruto. I feel like this was on our list last month, or maybe
it might have been. It might have been.
I think so.
I think it actually was.
Yeah. But anyways, again, that's the weird thing about this podcast. Like, we always notice when things get delayed. We're like, oh, I guess this is coming out the next month now. I don't know. So yeah, it's the expansion to Ultimate Ninja Storm. I don't care for those games.
I like those games. It's just that I don't care about Naruto as much anymore.
Okay, cool.
Because like I've been reading and watching Naruto since I was like 9 or 10, and I'm almost 22 now. It's been a huge chunk of my life, and I'm starting to realize it might not actually be that good. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. This thing I just spent like a lot of time in my life just in like consuming. I think it's bad actually.
Like it's.
I think the fighting games are all pretty cool. I think they're neat.
They are very good anime fighting games. Like
they sure are pretty.
This is the top quality.
They're better than the Dragon Ball games, I think, at least. And I like those Dragon
Ball games haven't been good since Budokai 3.
Hell yeah! There you go. Yeah. There it is. Fuck Tenkaichi.
Oh, those are bad.
There we go. Ryan, you're good. You're a good person.
Nice.
Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Oh, fuck.
3DS has still got video games for you.
Unfortunately.
Yoshi's World. Remember how that one of the things that game had going for it is how pretty it looked? What if it looked...
Flush that down the toilet.
Yeah, what if it looked all smudgy and shit? And it's got that dog, and it's got an amiibo.
I've had Amiibo. Amiibo's pretty cute.
Amiibo's pretty good.
So it's just Yoshi's Woolly World, except it looks shitty. And there's no Amiibo support.
It's got Poochy though. How does it not have Amiibo support?
Well, it doesn't have the other Amiibos, so you can't. I believe you can't put down a Mario and you get a Mario skin.
Okay, but you can make your own Yoshis with this one.
You can make your own Yoshi. That's what it has.
I saw someone make a minion Yoshi. It was pretty good.
That's not good at all, actually, George. You just lied to everyone.
Yeah, well, Nioh comes out. Reviews are going up for that now. Nioh's a Tecmo Koei joint made by Team Ninja, of Ninja Gaiden, Metroid Other M fame, Dead or Alive fame. So yeah, this game. So the weird thing about this game was actually in development since 2005, on and off. It's finally coming out. Sony's publishing it instead of Koei Tecmo, I guess. The best way to describe it is like a samurai Dark Souls. That's what it is. I think it's Japanese mythology. Like it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Dark Souls, and you're like hunting down these things from Japanese mythology.
Cool.
It looks cool. I'm kind of.
People are liking that those Bloodborne games.
Sure, like there's a lot of Dark Souls stuff, so I'm not. So here, I didn't like Dark Souls 3 a lot because of it was the aesthetic, and I think it was too simple compared to Bloodborne. So I could be down for a Japanese like Dark Souls game, but I think it's a little too soon for me. But I'll maybe get to it. I think the reviews for it are crazy. Like this game is fucking good. But yeah, Uncanny Valley, which was on PC, and it's coming to PS4 and Vita. There will be a review of that by the time this podcast goes up, but I can't talk about it now. Other than it's a game, it's a 2D horror game. It's spooky.
It's a real horror game, am I right?
Yeah, it's a horror.
Okay.
It's a horror game.
Night in the Woods.
Fuck,
you were excited for this.
Shit, I forgot Night in the Woods comes out in February. Oh my fucking god. Night in the Woods comes out in February. Best game in February. Fuck Horizon Zero Dawn. Who cares? Night in the Woods. You have this cat, okay? She's dropped out of college. She's back at her hometown. She's like, man, I don't know what's going on with life. And she finds out that there's a bunch of people who didn't move on with their lives, who are still living here. And they're also, I don't know what to do either, man. Things suck, but I think things will be okay. And that's what the game is about. And maybe there's a mystery in the woods that brings them all together. And it looks gorgeous. And the music, it's like this indie folk rock. And it's fucking good, and it makes me feel it's like this weird coming of age story that looks so pretty. Oh my god, Night in the Woods is gonna be so good.
But can I play it on my PlayStation VR?
No,
I don't care.
But you can play on PS4, Ryan.
Oh, that's true. I could.
Oh, I'm so excited.
All right.
I hope, man, this is my number one most anticipated game of the year.
It is
number one, more than Persona 5, more than Sonic Mania. I'm really excited for this game. Really, mostly for Persona 5 because I'm not. I think Persona 5 right now is like...
It's been delayed so much that you're
just
like...
No, it's not that. It's like, I don't... Like, this is a tangent. But the Persona 5 thing is like, I guess it's going to be a good game, but I feel like it's unfair of any game to ask it to be better or to follow up my favorite game of all time.
That's true.
Right? It's like that game is important to me. Like, I feel things for that game. And it's hard to, like... I don't think I can't like I have like I'm sure it's gonna be a good game, but I don't think it's gonna be anywhere close.
You can't judge it
exactly. So I'm like,
play it.
I'm excited to see what it is, and I think it looks cool as fuck. It looks like an Atlas game, and I'm excited.
Good.
And I would love to like put another 200 hours into this game and like actually be engaging in the way Persona is, where it's like, man, I just don't want this game to end. But that's why Persona 5 is like, I'm setting the bar like. I'm leveling myself.
When was Persona 5 delayed to again?
So Persona 5 was announced in 2013. It was supposed to come out in 2014, and then it got delayed to 2015. And then it was pushed for February 2016, and then it's now in April 2016.
Okay, it's April.
And
I thought it was summer.
It was summer 2015 before it got delayed to 2016.
Okay.
So it's coming out in April.
April, okay.
But yeah, Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin, PlayStation VR. This is a Psychonauts thing. I don't know how big it is, but it's a Psychonauts thing. I think it's either bridging the gap between 1 and 2, or
it is bridging the gap between 1 and 2.
Okay.
It's the events in between that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a PlayStation VR exclusive joint.
I probably won't play it
because you don't know anything about Psychonauts.
I don't know anything about Psychonauts. I know Psychonauts fans are excited for this. I don't know if many of them will be able to play it because it's in VR.
Get code for that.
Maybe. Oh snap.
You can play it. Anyways, but yeah, Psychonauts, man, every time I try to play Psychonauts, there's something that bugs me. Like, I got the PS2 port on PS3. That PS2 port is Dookie from a garbage can. It's
nice.
Runs awful, so I didn't play that. I got it on PC, like this remastered version, but I was like, I don't want to play on PC. This sucks. And then
I got a Linux. I can't do that.
Yeah. And then I got the PS4 version, which is just a port of the PS2 version, but the PS4 is so strong that it just brute forces through a lot of performance stuff. But a lot of the other stuff that sucks, like the textures and the jankiness, is still there. It just doesn't run at 5 frames per second. And they fixed the lip sync problem. But I want to like Psychonauts because it looks like such my jam. But I don't know. Ease Origin. You know Ease, Ryan?
I love Ease. It's one of my favorite letters.
Alright, Ease. So Ease, or Wise if you're an idiot.
Okay.
Wise Origin. It looks like it's a new Ease game. I'm excited. Ease is good. I'm sure it's gonna be good. That's all I gotta say about it. It's like a action. It's like one of the early action RPGs.
Okay.
Japanese RPGs. It's pretty.
I don't know
pretty
much about Ease.
Not me either, but I have one for Vita. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just a solid Japanese action RPG. Horizon Zero Dawn.
This is the big one.
This is a big one. This is like Sony's next big franchise thing. Ryan, I don't think you're gonna buy this because you got a Switch coming up.
I got Switch and I gotta keep my money.
New level. Yeah.
And plus, like this
it comes out like the week before Zelda too.
Yeah, that's the problem there.
So it's like there's no.
And
point.
I was hyped for this game. Like I was considering getting a PS4 for this game, but it's not coming out at a good time.
No.
I'll probably play it sometimes this year.
Probably, yeah.
Because like it looks beautiful. It looks like Zelda, but
It's-
you're a girl and you're fighting robots. That's awesome.
It looks.
I love it.
It looks really bright.
But I have
pretty.
another Zelda game I gotta focus on.
Yeah.
I got actual Zelda to focus on.
I'm excited. I'm keeping my expectations level. Like we saw it at E3, and I was like, man, this game is fucking tight as fuck.
This game might be very special.
So I'm excited. I'll play it. So I'll report back on that next episode. And there's a Story Seasons game coming out.
I'm interested. I don't know exactly.
It's weird to live like, but Stardew Valley exists. Like, where do you go from with these franchises now? Like,
yeah, like I feel like both the Natsume with their
this
Harvest
guy
Moon-
came in and ate their lunch.
Exactly. Like Natsume and Marvelous both need to like look at what this guy did and be like, okay, we have to go back.
Like we're in trouble. Like this guy.
And plus, Natsume has been talking about because it's the 20th anniversary of Harvest Moon. They've been talking about doing some special stuff this year, and like I don't know what that means. If that means going back to like the good games, like an HD or remaster of like Friends of Mineral Town or A Wonderful Life, I would play the hell out of that.
I think you're gonna see Natsume releasing a lot of stuff now because you saw Natsume release Wild Guns remastered on PS4.
True. That's true.
And it's selling pretty well. I think they're realizing. Because remember when they found that storage room with a bunch of their old games and they put them on eBay for a shit ton of money?
Yeah.
I think they realized like we can take advantage of this.
Exactly.
So I think that's what I think they're gonna re-release a lot of shit now.
They better. That's smart.
What's a Natsume game I like? Oh, there was a shooter I played that was published by them.
What's that game where you kiss people?
Tulip. Fuck yeah.
Tulip.
Make Tulip. Man, there you go. Tulip remastered. Done. Natsume saved.
Natsume
Done.
saved.
And then someone was like, what if we made Tulip but better? It's like, fuck. Shit.
What? That's what the Stardew Valley guys are working on next.
Yeah, Tulip. No, it just feels just successor to Tulip. And Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, that came out
That
today.
came out. And we can't, I mean, it's a thing.
I like it so far.
So far, I like it. It seems to be a way more, it gives me more like faith on Animal Crossing. Because it seems like we've only like played like 40 minutes of it, but it's a very polished thing, it looks. And it resembles Fire Emblem.
Yeah. So it's weird because it's like, this is a game that I feel like is for the Fire Emblem fans, but like it's on the phone, so you want everyone to play it. But everyone doesn't know who the fuck Corrin is.
So it's
or
like,
who the fuck
I don't know if this is
Tharja is and how thirsty people are for her. So it's in this weird place where it's trying to appeal to both.
But I think it'll just probably find a hardcore audience and that's it. Unless like they're like, no,
but
seriously,
then again, the hardcore audience aren't interested in it because it's so simplified. Like it's all on one screen and you can only
people who like the characters are into it, right? Like,
yeah, like I'm into it, but like I have like friends who are like hardcore into Fire Emblem,
and they're like, fuck this baby
the
game.
people who like the friends who like hate Awakening and Fates because they turn
baby games for babies.
Yeah, they're baby games for babies, and this is pretty much the same thing except even more babies.
Yeah.
Look, it's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm excited to play more
far.
of it.
I'm excited to finally play a Nintendo mobile
me too,
game
right?
on my Android.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Because
we haven't had Mario.
Yeah.
But even like, and the others like, man, having Nintendo games on a mobile game sounds fucking dope as fuck, actually.
Exactly.
So, I'm excited that it's got legs. So it's got something on it.
So I hope Nintendo keeps pushing out mobile games, and hopefully they eventually are like, hey, 3DS, you've had a good run. Let's stop making games for this and focus.
They should port Rhythm Heaven to mobile. That's all I'll say.
That'd be great. They need Nintendogs.
I was playing some Rhythm Heaven. Man, that fucking game is good.
It is good. They need Nintendogs on mobile too.
Yeah, where are those dogs? Those dogs have been long gone for a while.
Those dogs are probably dead.
Sony made a PlayStation Vita Pets game once.
How'd that go for them?
I don't know.
Probably not great.
The dogs talked.
Oh, that's bad.
There's a mobile app for it too.
Oh, that's really bad. They had Connectimals for mobile.
Remember Connectimals? For Windows Phone, probably, I imagine?
No, it's on Android. You can buy it right now.
Oh, man.
And by buy it, I mean you can press the back button on the phone and just...
I wonder if that even runs.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Remember Connectables?
No. Was that that was Frontier?
I don't know who made it. I think that was Frontier. It was bad.
Yeah, that was Frontier. They're making Elite Dangerous and Coaster Planet or whatever that
Planet Coaster?
Planet Coaster. That's
cool.
the one. Frontier's good. I mean, they just got stuck with making Kinect games.
Yeah, a lot of people were for a while.
Yeah.
And now it's finally dead.
Our college has a Kinect.
Oh, it does.
The 3D. I was like, everyone's taking the tour of our creative production, our lab, because they have a 3D printing lab, and we're like, all right here we have our Kinect that we use for a 3D printing. I was like, what the fuck? Not even an Xbox One Kinect.
Just a Kinect. Oh no. We gotta get 3D print. We gotta get up front of that Kinect and get some 3D models of us. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Probably cost money.
So it seems like from the next episode, I think Zelda will be out by the next time we record.
I probably will not have been.
I don't think. Yeah, me either. I don't think we've had enough time.
I mean, I'm taking time off of work to play that game. Like, I am very excited for that. Like,
I should too.
Like, look, George, the way you're excited for fucking what is it?
I think you're way more excited for Nine in the Woods than I. I mean, you're way more excited for Zelda than I am for Nine in the Woods.
Zelda is my
Zelda
is my favorite franchise. And this game is everything I've wanted from Zelda for years.
You're like how other people are excited about Persona 5. Like, I'm levels, but some people are, they're gone. And I'm sure the game's going to be a 10, but I don't know if Zelda's going to be a 10.
If it does all the promises that it's saying,
it doesn't need to be a 10.
Then it will probably be a 10. And I think definitely people are thirsty for Zelda games. Some people are going to give it a 10. A lot of people give Skyward Sword a 10, and people hate that game now.
Not Jose Otero, Rich George, what's up? He works at Nintendo now, that's what's up.
Well, you know why.
So yeah, I think that's a podcast. I'm excited to be in a Zelda world, and Horizon Zero Dawn. There's going to be games. And the month after that is Mass Effect and Nioh. That's what I was going to say.
And Mario Kart 8.
And that's
Deluxe.
April. Dude.
Oh, that is true.
You're talking about 1-2 Switch.
Snipper clips, 1-2 Switch.
I'm excited for when you buy 1-2 Switch because I have a 75% chance feeling that you're gonna buy 1-2 Switch.
I probably will. Eventually.
You probably will.
It's more curiosity.
Oh sure, I'm curious too.
And plus, like, it's a game that like I don't want to buy the physical copy because like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah, totally.
But it's also like, if I buy it digitally, then I can't return it for when I probably hate it.
That's true.
So I'm in a conundrum here. I can't Wii Music it. Oh damn it. Anyways,
except for Wii Music too. All right, so for George and Ryan video games, again, quick, we are going to do that giveaway. So again, YouTube channel George and Ryan if you want that free game.
If you want Spheroids.
If you follow our Twitter account, I'll link to it attached to this podcast with all that stuff. You'll see it.
You could win a free game.
Free video games are good.
And I'm assuming you like video games if you're
They're especially good when they don't take them the next month after. That's pretty good.
Exactly.
All right, so for video games. Have a great day.
Bye.